in the points. He and Robert Stout both had a tough Nashville. Otherwise, the championship would have shaped up to be completely different. But, Max super cool out here. He finished first. Robby finished second, so it was father-son duo up there on the podium. Robert Stout was third there in that first round. So, he has definitely stepped up to the plate, no question.
14 years old. Think about his career where he's going.
Oh, it's sky's the limit. Sky's the limit, no question. Already a lot of desert racing this year. He's been at King of the Hammers, so he tests all these trucks. So he has more seat time in these things than anybody. He's over there. We have 4 rookie drivers that are going to come out here and make their debut, and he's been testing with all of those guys. They have to go through a process in North Carolina, spend some time in the truck, hit some ramps, drive. It's a small course in a parking lot, but they've got to get a feel for the trucks and what they're like to go over the jumps. So he takes care of all that. 14-year-old.
Yeah, 14.
And I'm telling you, he's switched on.
I mean, he's not even have a driver's license yet.
I wasn't sure who he was. He walked up, he was about 4 inches taller than he was last time I saw him. So he's going through that growth spurt.
He's got the longer hair going on and everything.
He's a great kid.
Yeah.
So much talent. And I do hear some trucks out there making a little bit of noise. So, they're on their way, ladies and gentlemen. This will be round 1 of the 2023 season. We have 3 of the top 4 winningest drivers in the history of the series that will be out here competing this weekend. Here comes our reigning champ. That is Gavin Harlien. Gavin Harlien is the 4th of those top 4. 957 is Myles Cheek. Myles Cheek, a UTV champ. Here comes Robert Stout. Robert Stout, the overall winner at our last event last year at Bristol. Kind of nose down there just a little bit. New Injector Dynamics sponsorship alongside Continental on that 28 truck. And speaking of Mad Max, there's the number 77 Continental sponsored machine. One of our rookies out there in the 50, the 57, Bill Hynes, has been with this series since its inception back in 2013. So pretty cool. Good look at Ryan Beat, a multi-time short course champ. And then in the 5 truck, another rookie. Bruce Binnquist out of Newport Beach, California, behind the wheel of the number 5. That is the number 83. That is the 3rd winningest driver in the history of Stadium Super Trucks. A 3-time champion. Matty Brabham out here with us. Matty did not race a full season 1 year ago as he was competing in the Indy Lights Series, courtesy of Mr. Bill Hynes, by the way, to a large degree. Great to have him back here in Stadium Super Trucks. Another rookie making a debut there. That is Mr. Bernstein, the Kibitech fabricator. They have a trophy truck being built for them by Kibitech. And it looks like the guys are getting after it a little bit more now. Gavin Harlien airing it out. Stout definitely on the gas here. Set the truck a little bit better last time. Really nosed down there with the number 28 truck, but got a handle on that second jump. And a look at the number 7. Speed Energy Bat Continental truck of Robby Gordon. Looks like he took his time wandering around the track to make sure everything was of his liking. At least 5 guys out here with a shot at the pole here. Keep in mind we are qualifying. So we'll keep an eye on timing and scoring here. By the way, the timing and scoring loop, if you will, happens at start-finish. Oh, man, a big nose-down moment there for Ryan Beat. So a lot of that, as Brabham has come down here to pit road, maybe an issue with the number 83. And he has shut the truck off, so we'll keep our eyes on him to see what's going on there with Matty. As we talked about before, 3rd winningest driver in the history of this series is Matty, a 3-time national champion inside of this series as well. 24 wins, 18 poles, 76 podiums for the number 83. And of course, the lineage of his family is just absolutely second to none. Son of the 4-time IMSA GTP champ, Jeff Brabham, and grandson of 3-time F1 champ, Sir Jack Brabham. Yeah. Oh, man, big moment again. Nearly dragging the tailgate there. Stout and Bernstein about went off the jump side by side. Stout thought better of it, going off of the jump with the rookie here out here at the track the first time around. '77 of Max Gordon, that is his father, Robby Gordon, right behind him. Joshua Thomas out here in the number 69 truck. TFH Hire Services is a family operation. They do temp fencing for businesses, coming here out of Brisbane, Australia. And the 50 truck looking good. Bill Hynes airing it out. Wow, Bill Hynes nose up right there, and I'll tell you, the gust, the wind just picked up right here, grabbed the front of that truck and kept it hanging. Something these guys have to pay attention to. The 5 truck of Bruce Binnquist out of Newport Beach, California. Talked about him before, the BDI Geyser entry. Ryan Beat calming down that time. Last time was really nose down off that second jump. A 2-time Pro Light champ, currently competes in Pro 2, is very familiar with how to adjust the attitude of one of these trucks in the air. Oh, big moment right there for the number 69 of Josh Thomas. He is the 26th Australian and 130th different driver to compete here in Stadium Super Trucks. There's a look at Gavin Harlien. Gavin doing a great job a year ago to secure that championship. Myles Cheek getting after it here a little bit. Yeah, big time air out of these guys. It is absolutely no joke. Stout finishing up third in the points by just 33. 1 year ago, and Max and Robby still tucked in here nose to tail. Bernstein calming down here just a little bit to get a feel for this. Rightfully so. Keep in mind, the truck they're racing here today is a truck they'll have to race on Sunday. They don't replace the tires. They don't replace the brakes. You've got to take care of it. Trey Hernquist and the number 50, another rookie here. Won Scores Class 5 championship in 2020. That is a unlimited build VW bug that they run out in the desert. Unfortunately, we have no times available to us for timing and scoring, so I do not know the standings in terms of times. Wow, big moment for Stout there, nearly crashing the truck, stuffing the front bumper. Really quick hands to save that one and keep it off the wall. There's times now. Looks like Cheek qualified in the number 5 slot with a 1:46. Beat number 6, Binnquist 7. Matty Brabham, unfortunately, with mechanical pulled off a little bit early in the number 8 slot. Hernquist number 9. Hynes currently 10th. Thomas and then Bernstein to round out the top 12. Currently, the pole, Gavin Harlien out front, Stout second. Robby Gordon third, Max Gordon fourth. See if Stout still has a truck to race after that last moment off that second jump here in the front straightaway.
You know, Ken, you were talking about having to protect your vehicle and make it last through the weekend. Boy, the way these guys are taking this second jump here on Shoreline, they're putting a lot of stress and strain on the front end of these vehicles, aren't they?
There is no question about it. And for the fast guys that have a shot at the pole here, keep in mind there's points involved. So there's points involved in qualifying for the top 3. Then you earn points in the first moto tomorrow and points again on Sunday for an overall win. So the fast guys are trying to figure out what to do on that second jump and how to approach it. Gavin, with a quick breath of the throttle right there, can set the attitude of that truck. Here comes Stout. We'll see if he makes some adjustments here off this second jump. So hits it flat out right there. There's a breath right there to set the nose. It flies nice and level, nice and straight. Unfortunately, that will cost you a little bit of time. So if you're going to go for pole, you see these guys will hammer down on that second jump. Right there, that is Max hammering down on the second jump because he knows it's worth a couple of tenths of a second. So
yeah, and
risk versus reward, baby.
You saw Robby come and he just breathed it just a hair and then hammered it back down as he took off.
That is exactly right.
If you will.
So the hood missing here on the number 83 for Brabham, but Brabham able to get back out there.
One slightly used SST hood laying somewhere around the track. Showing up in your eBay marketplace tomorrow.
Yeah. Somebody probably already has it, probably signing it. Looks like we have a little more than 6 minutes left in this 30-minute session. And you'll see these guys, they'll take a cool-down lap, try to let the engine cool down a little bit, let the brakes cool down a little bit.
Let your brain cool down a little bit.
Yeah. Take a breath, right? Ryan Beat with a big breath right there, running up on a truck in front of him.
Well, and you know, you talk about guys like Ryan Beat who have so much experience racing trucks, right? Doing lots of short course, winning everywhere that they compete. But where do you go to learn this? Because it's not the same thing, right?
It really is not. I mean, even Robert's come out of short course. Robert Stout came out of short course. First time in one of these trucks, he said, it's just weird.
It's totally different.
There's nothing else like it.
And there's nowhere else you can go practice until you get here, right?
So Stout running up here behind Myles Cheek. These two guys raced in UTVs chasing a national championship together. Stout winning that championship in 2019. Myles Cheek winning it in 2020.
Man, Robby can fly that thing, can he?
So good behind the wheel. I mean, there's nothing that guy hasn't done and excelled at.
And flown. He's flown a lot.
Whether he wanted to or not.
Not necessarily intentionally.
Yeah, there's some downforce cars he's flown, so. Matty rolling around here off the pace once again.
Yeah, he's had some issues with that. The guys have been working on it right down here in front of us. Time on it now.
Yeah, shame for him. Certainly, I mean, we started off a couple of years ago. I want to say it was 2021, the first 4 races he qualified on the pole. So 18 poles to his credit here for the years that he's been running.
Yeah, he's certainly got the family genes, didn't he?
Yeah, no question. Very, very talented. Currently running in the Trans Am Series TA1 car. I mean, 900 to 1,000 horsepower cars. They're rocket ships. If I'm not mistaken, Riley building the chassis on those things now, and they're state of the art. Once again, Ryan Beat rolling across there.
Don't forget, these trucks will race twice this weekend. Once tomorrow and then Sunday afternoon. They'll close out the weekend.
Yeah, something to keep in mind too in qualifying here, the way this series is run, the way it's operated is it's a complete field inversion. So the fastest qualifiers will start off dead last in round number 1 tomorrow. Stout able to get around Cheek. We'll see if he puts together another lap here. And then based on points, whoever's leading in points coming into Sunday's final race, they will line them up again with a complete inversion. Robby Gordon now up to second, Max Gordon up to third, Stout to fourth by just 0.2 of a second.
So if Robby said, hey, Ken, climb in, let's go for a lap.
I think about it all the time.
Would you?
I think about it all the time. I raced a full year in Pro Buggy. I raced a half year in Pro Light, so it's not like it's something I haven't done before, but I don't know, man.
In a heartbeat. I went with him at Barstow with the big old trophy truck that he had, and it was an experience I'll never forget. And I do remember when I crawled in and I strapped myself in, I looked over and realized again who I was sitting next to. I thought, is this really the right thing to do? You know,
it could be worse. It could have been Travis Pastrana.
Could have been, yeah.
And I love Travis. He's loaded with talent, but I'm not a guy I want to ride with.
Travis probably wouldn't ride with Travis.
Yeah, Travis questions it all the time. He's like, I don't know why anybody would get in with me. Is he in the pink truck? Yeah, okay, so Matty Brabham now in the pink truck, which I believe was a backup truck. So he'll go out there and try to qualify in that. This guy's getting after it, just a couple of minutes left. Cheek getting a little more aggressive. Stout, Mad Max, and Robby Gordon pretty much all nose to tail there.
Those guys are jumping a good 30 to 40 yards out there.
Robby Gordon has gone to the pole with a time of 1:43.
Oh boy.
Showing Gavin Harlien in second, Max Gordon third, Stout in fourth. Cheek will wind up inside of the top five. Congrats to him. Ryan Beat in sixth. Binnquist in seventh. Matty Brabham in eighth. Struggling there with his truck, unfortunately. Hernquist in ninth. Bill Hynes in 10th. Thomas in 11th. And Bernstein in 12th. So that'll wrap up the first session here for Stadium Super Trucks. We'll take that order, do a complete inversion. So Robby Gordon and the reigning champ Gavin Harlien will start off on the last row tomorrow. Second to last row will be Max Gordon and Robert Stout. Third to last row will be Myles Cheek. And looks like Brabham just bumped up to sixth. So they're saying the checkered flag is out according to our live timing and scoring, but they just switched positions on the board.
Just got a text from the guys back at Ryan Beach Shop in North Carolina, Cam. They're watching us live right now. So hello to everybody back there in North Carolina from out here in beautiful Long Beach.
Oh, and Stout jumps up into the top three. That's important. We talked about points. So the way it works is the qualifying on the pole is 3 points. Second is 2 points. Third is 1 point. Then if you end up in a tie at the end of the second moto on Sunday, whoever finishes ahead of the other is the tiebreaker. We had a four-way tie at Bristol at the end of the year last year, so it can happen. It happens all the time. It gets really, really close out here. Qualifying plays a big part.
You don't want to let go of any one of those points. You
Absolutely not. Sounds like everybody off pace here now. "20 inches of travel in the front, 26 in the rear." They weigh in at a hefty 2,800 pounds. I think about 650 horsepower. Better part of 150 miles an hour diving into turn number one. Hard on the brakes. No ABS. It looks like Robbie's out there doing a little drifting, roasting the back tires, putting on a show.
He'll do a little two-wheel driving before it's all said and done, too.
That is what Robby does.
Maybe right
there he goes right now.
There he goes.
Good call there, Ralph. Absolutely one of the best to get behind the wheel of anything is Robby Gordon.
Oh, boy. I love it. I love it.
So here we go. Final results. Robby Gordon at top with a time of 1:43.8. Just a couple of tenths better than Gavin Harlien, 1:44 flat. Robert Stout, 1:44.5. Max Gordon, 1:44.7 in the four-hole. Myles Cheek inside of the top five with a 1:45.6. Matty Brabham, 1:46.4 is sixth. Ryan Beat, a 1:46.6 is seventh. Bruce Binnquist, Trey Hernquist, and Bill Hynes to round out the top 10. Then it's Joshua Thomas and David Bernstein. Keep in mind, 4 of those people, first time making their debut inside of the Stadium Super Trucks out here at the Long Beach Grand Prix. So great stuff here. Congrats to all for surviving the session. That's what we want to do, get some seat time, get some lap time, and then, of course, we will do a complete inversion tomorrow, and we will turn them loose. Looking forward to that race. It will be at the end of the day. I believe we're 4:30 tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. Quick shout out to Brandon Bernstein, who is here, and absolutely no relation to the Bernstein, Mr. David Bernstein, who's driving at Stadium Super Trucks. But the SoCal boy out here, of course, with a lot of seat time of his own inside of an NHRA Top Fuel car.